lavish production ever to hit the London stage. Revived and presented by veteran Broadway producer David Merrick, 42nd Street is very much of the 30s. Indeed, Merrick had to abandon previous attempts to bring it to Britain because he couldn't find a tap dancing cast here. Now, helped by a few years of 30s nostalgia, he's found a cast of 57, many of them teenagers with their first job, and finding, as they tap dance their way through 42nd Street, more than an echo of their own times. Life in the depressed US of the 30s was what everyone wanted to escape from, and, as ever, Hollywood, the dream factory, obliged. Musicals, like everything else, were making a loss. But in 1933, Darrell F. Zanuck persuaded Warner Brothers to invest in just one more, and in the process to save their financial skins. While not a social commentary on the Depression, 42nd Street reflected a new anti-establishment mood. Its heroine, an unknown kid who makes it, its message, one of hope. 42nd Street was a 1930s pep pill. It's more than a little ironic that in the middle of Britain's worst unemployment crisis since the 30s, that same pep pill should pop up on the London stage, this time presented by David Merrick, Broadway's legendary producer of musicals.
That was very important to Mr. Merrick. He felt that the time was right for 42nd Street when it was first done in New York. He felt that there was a depression on its way, and indeed it did happen. 2 years later, we were suffering an enormous recession in the States.
One, a clap. The story of the kid who makes it could be the story of many of the youngsters in this show, most of them total unknowns recruited from all over Britain. Those who recruited them were looking for a particular quality of innocence. The kids were looking for fame, or whatever it is that makes you live forever.
This is my first professional job. I was at drama school for 3 years, left last July, then did quite a lot of, not much for a few months, but this is the big break.
I went up to Manchester and auditioned with the dancers, and then after I'd got one of the dancers, I was auditioned for the understudy and got the understudy, so I was very pleased.
It's my first West End show and it's great.
Are you excited?
Yes, very excited.
When the first curtain goes up, there's a sort of this electric buzz, I suppose, goes around the stage. Everybody's very excited.
And that's worth all the hard work, is it, that electric buzz?
It's worth every ounce.
1, 2, 3. They also have to learn the American way of doing things.
Higher. First one there. Let me see. First position there. Second one, a little higher. And the third one, all the way up. Yeah, well, not too high. There you go. As high as your eyes are going to go, huh? Okay, once again, same thing. Here we go. Ready?
What we've had to work on, and we also have in different companies in America too, but particularly here, is that American drive with musicals. It comes from inside.
Being a daredevil.
Yeah,
you know,
lots of attacking the steps.
Right.
Attacking the music,
Which is
edge.
Really the kind of style of the 30s of American tap dancing we're looking for. Nowadays they teach the kids to tap very well, very properly with the body, like so. And here we're trying to get them down and up and, you know.
This is probably one of the most ambitious projects ever to hit the London stage. It's certainly aiming to be the most lavish.
It's costing a great deal of money. I don't think there has been a show ever that's had as many sets or as many costumes or as many chorus people in it, certainly not in the last 30 years.
And how long is it going to take you to make your money back on a show like this?
Hopefully, if we sell out, we could probably repay production costs within 4 to 5 months.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1.
With a cast of 57, numerous changes of costume, changes of scenery so complicated that they'll be working on it right up to curtain time. There's plenty that can go wrong. But if it works, well then, as they say, we'll have a show. Mr. Merrick will be that little bit richer, and the kids can dance their hearts out and get paid for it.